Hiya and welcome to the Redmen TV. Liverpool have just ruined another weekend for everyone once again. I'm getting bored of us. I'm getting sick and tired of us. These group of players need to start looking at themselves because, I don't know where we go from here, Chris.
I've got that. I feel like I've got that mad fucking smile that Klopp does because, like, I said to you before, it's the most deserved loss and the most undeserved loss I've ever fucking seen at Anfield. Like, we fucking battered them. Meslier was fucking brilliant, and yet we were shit at the same time. So many mistakes over and over where we're just... Look, I think at times we looked like we were just learning to play out from the back. Like we were, like, it looked like Rodgers the first season when we started to play the ball around the back, and you're just playing your mates into trouble over and over, and you've got no idea what the lad's going to do. Like, you play it to Joe Gomez, sometimes you're going to hit one of the best balls you've ever seen, and sometimes you're just going to knock it straight out of play or past you, or even worse, to them in front of the fucking goal 3 minutes into the game. And, like, I don't know whether, from where I was stood for that one, and I've not seen this back, so bear with me on this, but it felt like the ball made Alisson slip because he had to adjust to where he was going because the ball was 5 yards away from him. And then I think Alisson, maybe, again, I might be wrong on this, I think he slipped trying to get back to the ball. But that's just, he went from the sublime, Joe, to the fucking ridiculous about 10 times throughout the game, and you're like, which one is it? Like, what's going on with our players? Why can't we play the ball around the back? Why can they high press us and we can't do anything to them? Why does it take us so long to get up the field in the first half? Why can't we gain any sort of momentum in this game? And then, because I felt first half they had well more shots than us, it felt like. Second half, it was the complete opposite. We just came up against another goalkeeper who's had the best day of his entire life in front of the cop, which happens so many times. It's mental.
It does, but we had enough chances there, and no one decides to become a hero and put it in the back of the net. It's that simple. I actually wrote notes for this game because whilst I was doing it, I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, help me. We've got to start with that goal because Joe Gomez does so well to win the initial ball, and then it's just absolute stupidity. A simple pass that should be a simple pass from a professional footballer is one that goes in the middle of nowhere, absolute no man's land. Virgil obviously isn't ready for that ball to be done there, so the players ran off him. Alisson, the striker was. That is the point. Yeah, maybe it's Virgil facing the other way because you're thinking maybe not. Alisson slips, but from minute one, if there was anything to sum us up, and it could be both of their goals, that started us off, and you thought, yeah, that's pretty much us.
And that's what it's been like all season long, it's felt like, hasn't it? First few minutes of the game, I actually thought the first 3 minutes we did really well. Yeah. I thought we created a friggin' chance. We created like 2 chances. I thought Salah's up for this, like, he's getting down that wing and all that. And then Joe Gomez passes that ball to Alisson, and that sucked the life out of where I was in the cop, to be honest with you, for a long time. And then even when I felt like the atmosphere got worse when we scored. It was like 15 minutes where everyone was just angry and sad and disappointed and so annoyed at the team because I can't buy this. I cannot buy this that they're all too old, because 6 months ago they weren't too old. It's something else. There's something that no one knows what the answer is right now. Liverpool are just a shadow of themselves. They're completely lacking confidence. They need us. We need them. And none of us are right at the moment because of it. And until we get that sorted, I don't know what to say. The only bright spark for me is that Núñez wasn't a mad box of frogs tonight. He was a fucking centre forward and he looked boss, and yet he missed 2 massive chances that he needs to stick in the back of the net. Yeah,
100%. Talking about Gomez, I've got a lovely little stat here because this didn't help me out, but I've put it in here anyway. Liverpool have made 7 ops-defining defensive errors leading to shots this season. Gomez has made 4 of them. I'd like to know how many of them led to goals, but there you go. That sums Gomez up this season. He plays unbelievable against Manchester City, and then tonight he does one mistake, feels like he can't get over it, then he does a lovely switch and you're like, oh, maybe he's found his feet again, and then he does something absolutely mad. I think, to be fair to Leeds, they were unlucky not to be two goals up, 2-1 up in the first half. I was there at Nottingham Forest on the weekend, and it was basically pitch perfect. It was the picture perfect of that chance where Iwoni scores. someone peels off the back post, Robertson's got someone else, no one's bothering to pick up this lad who's ran off everyone. The ball comes in, Jack Allison hits the bar, then 2 minutes later he's in behind once again, Allison has to make a save. They could have been 2-3-1 up, and it was because they had the better of the chances, because all you need at this moment in time is 2 good passes and you're in on us.
Yeah, and that's the same thing over and over. It's 30, 40, 50 passes for us to see a world-class save from a goalkeeper. We're just not right in the middle of the park, and I don't know what it is. I think, this thing where we're not doing the high press, I don't think it's helping us defensively. I don't think Fabinho is, and I don't think Fabinho's been very good this season, but it's not helping him. He's got too large an area of the field to cover. Fabinho was really good when we used to pin them in their half, and he'd win the ball back because they'd clear it. It'd be a header or a kick clearance, and he'd have the ball. Like, he's in no man's land so often at the moment, and he can't seem to read the game the way that we're playing it at the moment, and that's obviously not good for him. It's not making him look good. The one time he did read the game, he stepped in front of a man. I think he played Kurt Jones in or something on the right hand side. He tries to whip it in for Nunes, and that was the only time he read the game well, and we had a chance almost straight away off it. But other than that, he's just a passenger in games at the moment. I thought we looked well better, and people are going to disagree with me on this. I thought we looked well better when Hendo and Jones came on.
I thought Henderson added energy to us. I really did. His shot in the final couple of minutes. We'll talk about that in a minute, because Jesus Christ, you're the senior lad. You're our captain. What are you doing? But Fabinho, I said before the game, and look, I don't want to crap all over him. He's a Liverpool legend for what he's won, but I don't want him anywhere near a football pitch at the moment in time. I just don't. And he was once the best offensive midfielder in the league, up there in the world. And at the moment, he's chasing shadows. He looks like he's running in treacle. And the thing that really did me head in the most out of all of them, we've won a foul from Thiago messing about us, passing on the edge of our box. We luckily won a foul. 2 seconds later, Harvey Elliott takes 4 touches, and Fabinho has to step in. We're all fuming on the cop, telling them to wake up, and he turns around to the cop and starts waving and chatting to the cop. Don't do that when you're playing absolutely crap, lad. Don't do that. It's not helping you out. We're screaming at you because you're playing crap and you've got no awareness of what's going on.
Shit, isn't it, for us? It is, because we're just constantly playing each other into trouble, and it's like, well, hang on a minute, lad, sometimes you've just got to out this ball, like, and...
Someone hoof it. Why? Have we all forgot that we can just hoof a ball up? You've got Darwin Nunes up there, make him try and hold it up, make Salah run onto it. It was that first half, I felt like Leeds were probably the better side in terms of chances. And then I thought, you know what, half time, let's refresh ourselves. Jurgen Klopp, get him to have a good chat. The first 10-15 of the second half was just as bad as the first half.
Yeah, and again, I think when Jones and Hendo came on, I thought that was the only time we improved, really, and we started to create those opportunities. Now, I know that Jones makes a couple of silly passes, but his positioning was hurting Leeds, and that's what we missed when Harvey was there. He wasn't hurting them, and when he was getting into those areas, it's very difficult. I know he misses one really easy pass, I think, to Salah, where it goes back to the goalkeeper, and that's a bit unforgivable. It's a poor pass.
It's not even on the right side of him.
It's a poor pass. Yeah. It's a fucking poor pass. Like, he wasn't the only one tonight, but I know that he's going to get dog's abuse for that, and I think he was well better, and we were well better for having him there, trying things in the centre of the park, trying to link up Salah. I thought Salah and Nunes today looked like a partnership for the first time. There was give and goes, like Bobby Firmino with the little flick around the corner. They had an understanding between the three of them. We just didn't get the ball to them enough, because we're struggling getting through their midfield, and that was when Jones got on. That's when we got through the midfield, and that's when we started to create those opportunities. We just couldn't finish them today.
Yeah, we couldn't. You mentioned opportunities. I do think a lot of them have came from set pieces once again now. That's what I will say. I think Bobby has a couple, Darwin Nunes has a couple, and not one of them puts it in the back of the net. We could have had 2 or 3. And when you miss big chances like we do, and fair play to the keeper, he's had an unbelievable game, but you still should be finishing. We still should be finishing them.
We've hit 10 shots down.
Yeah. Oh.
There was those 2, wasn't there, for Nunes, where one's a really great one-on-one. Those 2 for Nunes were brilliant. Everything else, I did think the Bobby one might have caught him off guard. The Hendo one, where he tried to play it near post, is probably a little bit easy for him. But again, I think he maybe caught him. Look, he made loads of saves and he took the sting out of the game. That's the other thing that he did really well as a goalkeeper. And one of them was, I don't know whether Robbo did kick him or not, but after that he was still taking the sting out of the game, and he's over there, and Leeds fans are probably still in there screaming now, because they've had one of the nights of their life there. We
Yeah.
give it to them, no, Chloe?
No, we have, and that's what we seem to do all the time. Just lastly, I want to talk to you about their winner. It comes off a period of us having some chances that we don't put away, and it is just one individual error after another, after another, after another. And look, you're 2-1 down with what? A minute and a half to go. I think it'd be harsh to say that they didn't deserve it, and it's harsh to say that we didn't deserve more as well. But at the end of the day, it's a shit show. It's a horror show.
Yeah, it is. And again, it comes back to the fact that we've got no confidence, we've got a really soft underbelly, and we don't like defending, and we're not very good at it.
No, we're not. I mean, genuinely, if you're looking for some sort of therapy, I really hope we have helped you out. I'll leave you this stat, which will make you feel even worse about yourself, to be fair. You know, might as well take it all on the chin and move on. Leeds haven't won a game since August. Nice one, Liverpool Football Club. Giving out charity, helping out not the poor, but... Yeah, Virgil van Dijk's record's gone. So basically, rock bottom. Let's see where we go from here. Nice one. See ya.
Get closer to Liverpool Football Club and the magnificent city of Liverpool over on Redmen Plus, our Liverpool streaming service. Documentaries, features, more content from the Redmen studio, and you can learn deep and in-depth knowledge from experts, journalists, and cultural features going to get you close to the football club that we all love. Head to redmenplus.com.